Thank you for joining us for part two of the full review of the 2014 National Conference. And in part two, we're going to be covering the compensation with regards to the smart home category and our partnership with Vivint. And I got to tell you, Joel, I want to just start to thank you for doing such a great job explaining in part one why we chose Vivint as our partner. It was just an exceptional job, and I really appreciate all you did for us.
Well, thank you, Andre. I think it's very important that everyone out there understands why we chose Vivint and everything that went into that decision, because we did want to make sure we got the right partner and make sure that it was really the best opportunity for all the representatives out there.
Well, now we understand how the technology can benefit us. It is our smart home category now. Mm-hmm. It's we discussed that, but right now the question that everyone has is, how does it benefit me? You know, how would it benefit the rep? We need to talk about what does this look like regarding the compensation of either acquiring the system for yourself or acquiring customers. So let's get into that a little bit, and let's talk about what the opportunity looks like, because this really dramatically changes the landscape for us as a company.
No, it's an incredible opportunity, and by introducing this, I think we're making it such a bigger opportunity for every representative that's out there. We've touched on this before, but the 50-state availability is obviously key. We wanted to make sure that when we introduced this new category, it was going to be something that was universally available, that really gives everyone more people that they can talk to, more conversations, and ultimately, hopefully, more sales from each person that they talk with. And by introducing the partnership with Vivint, we've actually created the most lucrative product that Thrive has right now as well. So we'll go into more details on all of that, but we're very excited about what Vivint and the smart home category will mean for our representatives.
So we can have a conversation regarding making a better energy choice with our company with regards to green electric and clean gas. But also, more importantly now, with the introduction of this new category, literally in every single state, and 50 states, we can approach anyone, anywhere, and talk to them about the smart home. They can become a customer with our referral network, with Vivint, Vivint technology through our company.
Yes, that's correct, okay. And it's going to be great for our reps as well. So let's dive in.
Well, you made a statement on this slide that it is the most lucrative product currently available through Thrive. What does that mean?
Let's go to, when we go to the next slide, I think it'll make a lot of sense. We're very excited about what it means, from a residual perspective, and an ARC perspective. It actually will look a lot like our energy customers do right now, which is a good thing. Energy pays out great commission. It's got a great residual. For the smart home category, a Vivint system is going to pay out an ARC of $18, just like an energy customer does. It's also going to pay out a monthly residual exactly the same as our energy customers, and that's paid out over 42 months. So there's some pros and cons to the 42 months. One of the big pros is that you're guaranteed that stream for the 42 months versus an energy customer who may only sign a 6 or 12-month contract, and then you're not sure if they'll stay beyond that. So 42 months you're guaranteed to have residual on that customer. From an org perspective, that customer will continue to count after the 42 months. So if they stay an active customer with Vivint after that, you'll still keep them from a rank perspective.
And you said from an org perspective, you mean their organization, right? You're referring to that?
Yep.
Now, it's interesting. So the advanced residual commission is $18 payout, total payout, which is identical to what we have with an energy or a gas customer, right?
Yep.
But here's where it gets interesting. Typically, they're going to, as a customer of this smart home technology, they're going to have agreements for 42 months, right?
Yeah, I think it's 4 to 5 years. It depends on the state.
But typically, it'll be around that,
right around that,
as an average, right?
Yep.
So that guarantees me residual for that length of time, which is far better than any other offer that we currently have in my business. So I love that part. But here's what I really would love, and it's and we discussed this before. I understand that we have a partnership that we developed with Vivint, and these are the terms we've set, or they've set right now for the 42 months. But what would be great is that we can look at extending it past the 42 months. So if I have a customer that I acquire for my referral network that incorporates the smart home technology, I understand it's 42 months. But if that customer renews after 42 months, wouldn't it be great if with that renewal process, I basically get my residuals renewed as well? Now, is that possible?
Right now, I'll just say where I'm at in the process. Right now, I don't have anything contractually that would make that happen. Obviously, from our side, on the corporate side, we'd love that as well, and Vivint knows that. So I think the best situation we can be in is if we are doing a great job with this partnership, we're bringing in a lot of customers for Vivint. We want to be a very important partner for them, and if we're in that position where we're showing them that we have great customers that we bring in the door for them, they're going to want to make sure that that partnership has a lot of upside for our field, for the renewals as well. So we're obviously trying to work on that. It's something that I know I care about, I know the corporate team does, and I know it means a lot to the field. Vivint wants the partnership to be very successful as well, and if we get off to a great start with them, which I know we will, that'll put us in a great spot to pursue that further. So
the better the leadership of the referral network and the entire referral network does at acquiring smart home customers, and also with reps. The most important thing is reps adopting the smart home concept for themselves, like what my wife and I have done. Then this is a signal to Vivint that we're a very strong partner, and they have a vested interest to keep us.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to how well we do.
Yeah, if we bring in 10 customers ever, they're not going to want to work on that detail. If we bring in 100 customers a week for them,
how about
all
tens
of a sudden,
of thousands?
Yeah, I'd love to have us bringing in tens of thousands a year for them, and at that point, they're going to be listening to us no matter what we ask them for.
Well, actually, I'd love to bring in tens of thousands for me.
Yeah.
For North American Power, for the Thrive Referral Network, and for them. I mean, it's
a win for everyone.
Everyone wins. So we get that. Now, there's a statement that's on there that is kind of interesting. Must have one personal Vivint customer to start earning commissions. Could you explain what that means?
Yeah. So we talked about it just a little bit earlier in the segment, and I think it's worth coming back to and making sure it's clear. With Thrive, we're introducing there's more than one product category now. So we have Sustainable Home, which is our energy products. We talked about that, and really everybody who's been a North American Power representative up to this point automatically has the Thrive Sustainable Home category unlocked from a commissions perspective. So they're already personally qualified for Sustainable Home, and they'll be able to earn commissions in that category. The Smart Home category that we're just introducing is a brand new category. And in order to earn residuals, in order to earn ARCs, all that, from that category, you need to have a personal customer for the category, just like you would for energy. So that personal customer, I'd encourage as many of our reps as possible to get a system for themselves. One, if you believe in a product, you'll own it, and we believe in the product. A lot of us on the corporate side have actually signed up. We wanted to make sure we knew that this was a product we believed in. We love it, and it's a great product. That's one reason. I think, being able to demonstrate it, there's so many cool things you can do with the system. It's a great system to have. It's peace of mind. There's energy savings. You can save on your homeowner's policy. All those reasons we talked about before why you should consider getting a system personally. There are going to be situations where someone can't get a system personally, and that's where, you find someone that that would want the system and ask if they would be your qualifying customer. Just like you do for energy right now. Some people live in an apartment, they decide they want to find, the relative or a friend that wants to sign up for energy, and they personally qualify them. So personally qualified just like you do for energy, for the smart home category with a Vivint system, and then anyone that's in your downline that has a Vivint system, you'll be eligible to get the commissions from. So.
Okay, so just for purpose of clarity, if I want to be paid on my entire referral network for everyone that acquires a customer for the smart home category, or becomes themselves a customer in the smart home category, then I need to either become a customer myself with the Vivint, one of the Vivint products that we talked about, the 3 plans, or acquire a customer
Yes.
for myself.
Yes.
And that would qualify me.
You're correct. Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly what and right now, I've probably touched on this before, but we're in our pre-launch, and really the focus should be personally qualifying yourself, not trying to find new people for customers, save those people until October. Right now, I want to make sure you're personally qualified, and we have some great incentives for that we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. So now we understand what the terms looks like and the ARC bonuses, and also what it takes to qualify yourself to be paid on this. Let's talk now about the Fast Start and Rank Advancement bonuses. What does that look like?
So I did mention that this is our most lucrative product right now.
You did.
And everything I've showed you up to this point hasn't really substantiated that. So here's where it gets interesting. Here's where it gets interesting. From a Fast Start perspective, if you sign up a 25% energy customer right now, that's 20 points. If you sign up a 100% energy customer, that's 30 points. American Wind's 10. Vivint is 40.
40 points.
Yeah. So think about this. You've talked to someone in California, and they're interested in the opportunities. So they say they want to sign up for American Wind. You tell them that they should also sign up for Vivint so that they can be qualified for that category as well, and then they have our best 50 state opportunity.
Right.
At both categories. They say that sounds great. They sign up for both products. They have American Wind and they have Vivint. Now you have 50 Fast Start points from that one conversation.
Which is a Fast Start pay of $50.
Exactly, versus finding 5 American Wind people to get to that 50. So it's very, as far as Fast Starts go, this will fast start your Fast Starts a lot.
I can see that. That's excellent.
So it'll add up really quick. That's one of the things that I think is very exciting about it. Another example for the, if we go to rank advancements.
Right.
Every product we have right now, with the exception of American Wind Basic, the $10 customer plan for American Wind, other than the $10 American Wind Basic, which is a half point, every product right now is worth 1 customer point. So, you're trying to build out a leg, you're trying to get to your next rank, you need to fill out a certain number of customer spots. You know that everybody you talk to is going to fill out 1 point. If you sign up to, a customer for dual fuel, you get 2 points that way. With Vivint, one Vivint system by itself is 2 customer points.
Wow.
So if you're trying to fill out a leg, that'll get your legs filled out a lot faster. So
if I have somebody that enrolls their electric, enrolls their natural gas, and puts in a smart home technology with me, that is 4 customer points. It's like enrolling 4 separate customers.
That's exactly what you're going to have. You're going to have 4 customer points from that one conversation. So if you're trying to move to manager and get a leg of 10, you can check off 4 of those 10 for that leg just with that one conversation.
Well, and going back when we talked about, okay, let's show how more lucrative this is compared to our other product offerings. To be fair as well, I mean, this provides stability for my business, because rather than I have electric and natural gas customers that are choosing 6 months or a year and then they renew. This basically puts people in a place where they're enjoying this technology for anywhere between 4 to 5 years with an agreement. That really provides my business a lot of stability.
You know that those 2 customer points are going to be there for the duration of that, which is huge.
It is huge. I can't wait.
So we're real excited about this. Now, like I mentioned, our official launch is going to be October 17th. So between now and August and October 17th, we're really just looking for our reps to personally qualify themselves. We're not looking for new customers. If it's someone who's interested in being a representative for energy for the sustainable home category, sign them up for that, and then as soon as they get their rep ID, they can also get their Vivint system and qualify for the smart home category. But we're not looking for you to just find a new customer for Vivint yet.
Yeah, and I think it's important that we really explain that.
Yeah.
Because this was launched first for the reps, not for the general customers out there. This was really launched like it's a pre-launch for the reps.
Yes.
So the reps can go out, qualify themselves first before it's offered to customers. Because the other reality is that we're not set up to acquire customers just strictly with the smart home category.
Yeah.
So, and I just want to just take this through. So this is why you need a rep ID.
Yeah.
The only way, based on what you just said, the only way someone can become a customer of this technology is they would have to enroll as a rep with us, with electric or natural gas or American Wind. They would get a rep ID. Now they're able to access the website and give their rep ID and acquire the system.
Yeah.
Until the official launch, which is October 17, 2014, we have to hold off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's exactly right. We touched on it earlier. We're in a transition period. Rather than wait till October and then have everybody learning about Vivint for the first time, we wanted to give everybody the opportunity to take advantage of the system now. And really, we'll talk about it in a second. We have something really special in mind for the people that do get their system right now. It's going to be a one-time opportunity for people that's personally qualified during the pre-launch, and then they're set up for success, as soon as we turn it on as well. So,
well, I can see another advantage of doing it this way. There's nothing like having the system and showing everyone inviting them come over to throw a smart home party, or a smart home revealing, like, come on over, I got to show you this cool technology I just put in with the company I represent. So everyone gets to come over and gets to play with it and see it for themselves. So I get the opportunity to first master it, so I have a clue of what I'm talking about and know how to use it. And then I can show everyone, and I can just take all the orders. Said, are you interested? October 17th.
Yeah.
Now, if there are some people that want it before. If they want it before, they say, I don't want to wait till October 17th. No issue, because the solution is, well, bring your electric bill. We'll sign you up as a customer. You have a rep ID. You're good to go. Is that a good strategy?
I think that's a great strategy, and you get another customer point out of it. So,
there we go.
That's exactly what I would love to see people do. And I'll tell you, my wife, every time we have house guests that haven't been over since we had our system put in, just like if we had remodeled the room, she goes around the whole house and shows them, here's how this works, check this out, and she just loves it. And there's the peace of mind we have now that the system's in there, knowing that we're actually protected too. So
yeah, and very important that everyone understands that category, smart home. A smart home for us, for the Thrive Referral Network, refers to home security, home energy management, and also the third one,
automation.
Home automation.
It's cool that everything works together. It's unlike anything.
That's the Thrive Smart Home.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
So
really
October 17th, mark your calendar and make sure you're pre-qualified before then. And here's why. We'll go into that right now.
Okay, so we've got this cool thing that's been put together by you guys. Explain what the Smart Home Profit Pool is all about.
Yeah. So we've talked about it. I've been pushing people to personally qualify. The reason is because anybody that qualifies themselves before October 17th is also going to be in this profit pool. What we're doing is between now, since we introduced Thrive Smart Home, through the end of the year, everyone that signs up between now and then, customer, rep, whoever it is, we're going to be putting $100 into the profit pool for each of those customers that sign up. The only people that get the payout from that pool, though, are the ones that sign up before October 17. So we're real excited about it. We've had a ton of sign-ups just since we announced it at conference. We've been putting our $100 away for each of those. That pool is going to keep growing just from people that are pre-qualifying. But then when we go live in October, I know it's going to be a ton of people signing up in October after we go live. All those through the end of the year are also going to be going into the pool. But the payout for that is going to go to the people who signed up early. That's
okay. I mean, when it was first explained, I got to tell you, I did not understand it. It didn't register how big this was and how much money we could end up making. But obviously, with my wife, it registered right away because she was the second person in the entire referral network to sign up.
She made it through the gates before we even opened them to the public. So
typically she knows how to do that. What Valerie wants, Valerie gets. But it is really amazing because it's just so we attach some numbers to this. So basically, only the reps have the ability to participate in a smart home profit pool.
correct.
And they have to October 17th to either acquire a customer for themselves, which means they have, they have to use their rep ID, okay, to acquire that customer, or they use their rep ID and become a customer themselves.
Yes.
So now they're qualified for this pool. They need to do that before October 17th. Then every single customer who can now enroll every other rep and every other new rep that comes after October 17th, and every customer that comes after October 17th, $100 is put in per that person from October 17th till the end of the year. So if we have, let's say 100 people, just to make this math easy, we have 100 people, reps, they get involved in the program, pre-qualify themselves for the pool for October 17th, and then we end up with 5,000 that become customers after,
including an after. So I'd say we'll say 5,000 total from August through.
well, then it's 5,100.
Yeah, we'll do 5,100.
Okay,
Yep.
because we start off 5,000. So it's 5,100 times $100
Yeah. So you're talking
divided by 100 people, and that's the money that goes to every single person, which would be,
In that
because of my
scenario,
example, it's what,
5,100, 5,100 per person.
$5,100
Yeah.
per person.
Yeah.
What a windfall just
You do
before
the math.
Christmas.
I know, you do the math, so that'll be
That is
phenomenal.
huge.
Yep.
Who came up with that arrangement?
It made its way around the office. A few people talked about it. I will give a lot of credit to Brad and Greg because they went into a room, closed off the doors for a little while, and started working some numbers. And they said we can do this, and we want to make sure that we started this with a splash. So
Oh, that's going to be a big splash.
yeah.
I can just imagine receiving these kind of checks at the end of December. I mean, this
Yeah.
is going to make a huge splash.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
So that's our profit pool. There's no limit to how big it can get. The only people that are getting the payout on that profit pool are our reps who take advantage of personally qualifying before October. So
Yeah.
I know a number of reps did it at conference, and we've had a couple people in the time since then, but we'd love to see as many people in this profit pool as possible. And actually Vivint would like to see that as well. They have something special on there and that they've done for us as well.
Well, I'm telling you, when all the reps see this video, they're all going to take advantage of this. I mean, it's simple. It's just understanding how big this is and how lucrative it is for them to just take this step. Now, I know that there was some questions that we had regarding, well, what if I live in an apartment and I can't get the system? And this is a very simple thing to remedy. We talked about it a few times. You just acquire a customer. It could be your parents, it could be a brother or sister, or anyone else. You can just acquire a customer, use your rep ID for them. They're not interested in being a rep. But you've asked them, hey, could you put in the system, try out the system, I want you to be my customer, and then you go through the website and put in your rep ID, you get the credit because now you're qualified with them being a customer. That's how you would do it.
That's exactly how I do it. And the one thing I would just throw in there, if someone's in that situation, most people know at least one person that has a security system now. A lot of people don't know that person is most likely eligible to change providers. Most systems have been installed, several years ago. Some people have systems that are 20 years old. Vivint can actually work with use all the sensors that got hardwired in back when everything was hardwired, and they can replace the brain of that with their new Sky panel. So someone that if you're ever looking for a personal customer, or you're just trying to figure out who do I know that could be a good fit for this system, try talking to someone that's already got a system, because they understand the value of the security. They have no idea about the other features that Vivint can offer.
Right.
And in a lot of cases, they may pay less by switching to Vivint, because one of the things Vivint does not do that a lot of companies in the space do, once you're past your contract, they raise the rate on you. Vivint does not do that. That was actually one of the things that we talked about with them. We wanted to make sure we understood how they did business. And whether you're in contract or out of contract, your price point's going to stay the same. So that's actually a really big benefit. But for a lot of people that have existing systems, they probably won't end up paying more by switching to Vivint, and they'll end up with a brand new system. So
And better technology. We talked about that in part one.
yeah,
When we rolled out, what the technology looks like
Yeah.
and why it's considered the best and why it's the
Yeah.
fastest growing.
yeah,
So it makes sense now. We also, we talked about the opportunity and the compensation of the smart home for the referral network. I think it's important though, because a lot of people are going to ask, well, okay, what if I went directly to Vivint and got the system? Well, what would stop my customers going directly to them? And really, nothing would stop them.
Yeah.
They could do that because I understand that the rates,
yeah,
that in terms of the plans, they're competitive. It's not somebody that's going to come by and be able to undercut our offer. But there is something that we're doing that's different that makes our offer better than anyone out there. So could you talk about that?
Yeah, so one of the things we negotiated with Vivint, and we wanted to make sure it was a part of our agreement, was we're always going to have a special offer for our representatives to make. They love working with us because we find them customers they wouldn't have been able to get through their other channels. They're also very willing to give us a special and unique offer so that we have something special to offer to our customers. That offer is going to change periodically. We're not always going to have the same offer, similar to how we do promotions on our energy products. We'll have promotions that we do with Vivint, and some of those promotions will be for limited times, but we're always going to have something unique to offer to a customer, or even for a rep who wants to qualify for the category. They're going to have a special reason to sign up. For our launch, and I was blown away when they said they were willing to do this. It seemed like pie in the sky when we first talked about it with them, but they said they'd do it. For people who are starting up, personally qualifying right now, and not only do it before October 17th, they'll do it right now before the end of August. They can get a free iPad mini when they sign up. So Vivint will actually give the customer a free iPad mini after their system is installed. We actually had iPads at conference when we had first announced this, and they brought a lot more iPads than I thought they'd go through. We were out of those within the first 2 hours, and they actually had to go later that day all around Houston and get all the iPads for their IOUs plus ones for the next day.
So they're going to the department like Best Buy and everywhere else.
Best
to buy
Buy, Target, everything, and they were getting such fun
just
looks.
so they can deliver on their promise.
And we went through all of them, and we still have some that they mailed out after conference to people. So the way it'll work, someone calls Vivint to sign up for their system. They get their installation date. The installer comes out. Technician goes through their house, puts the system in, and then after the system's installed, within a couple days, the iPad will show up in the mail. So brand new iPad mini for every representative who personally qualifies before the end of August.
And there's always going to be a promotion. Always going to be. Oh, and by the way, just for being a customer with my referral network, you'll be also getting this for free. You'll be
You'll be getting
we'll
something,
be pretty
yeah.
creative in terms
Yeah.
of what that offer is going to be.
Yeah.
So it's just that, and it's like anything with the electric and the natural gas. We offer competitive rates.
Yeah.
And the whole reason why my neighbor would choose to go through me for their electric or natural gas supply is because they're my neighbor. I mean, they're doing me the favor of supporting my business. This is no different. They're going to be all my friends and family, everyone I know, everyone we connect with. They're going to support our business by becoming a smart home customer. Once we show them all the benefits and all that. And in terms of price point, they're not going to get a better price anywhere else. But they will get an offer.
They're going to get some special offer that they wouldn't be able to get if they just went to Vivint.com.
Yeah.
They're going to get their best offer by talking to you, who they know and they trust. And if you're a personal customer as well, they're going to see how much you love your system, and that's going to be one of the reasons that they say, you know what, I'm going to support your business, and this is something that I'm going to love having. So it's a great product. They've given us some great stuff to share as far as special offers. I'd love to see Apple calling them up and saying, what are you doing with all these iPads? So we're off to a great start. I'd love to see even more. So
And there's some great. I mean, one product suggestion could be the Kindle Fire, for reading books. There's all kinds of things
Yeah.
that we could offer that people love technology.
Yeah.
There's always something that's pretty cool out there that can be added.
Yep.
So everyone now is out there. I know that in 2 days, my system is being installed, and I can't wait. So for the people out there saying, okay, I get it, I want it, how do I do that? So what's their step?
It's very easy to get started with Vivint. It's very easy to get yourself personally qualified. There's a toll-free number. You'll see it on the screen. I'm going to read it to you as well. It's 855-686-4585.
Okay.
You can call that anytime. Vivint's got people there 24/7. Weekends, weekdays.
There's a website
Yep.
for the thrivehome.com
Yep.
/smart
Yep.
where there are offers for the power and for the smart home system, right?
Yeah. So thrivehome.com. When you do the /smart, that takes you directly to our Vivint information page. You'll see the toll-free number there as well. You can either call them or they'll call you. You can fill out a little form. They'll call you back if you fill out the form. But either way, it's real easy to get the process started. Depending on, you'll ask some questions about the system, I'm sure, but the guy on the phone will be very helpful, and he'll walk you through in, say 20 minutes, have your order ready to go, and set your install date. So,
And they need one thing.
they need a rep ID.
They will not move forward
They do not. Yeah.
with the order unless they have a rep ID.
That's the first thing they're going to ask. They're going to say, are you a Thrive representative? Yes, may I have your ID? So they're going to want that as the first thing on the call. If you don't have it, you really need to call back when you have it. So
Okay.
don't call until most people know their rep ID. If you don't, make sure you have it written down before you call, because they're going to be asking for it. And in order to be in the profit pool, you need to have it.
Well, I know so far I was with Valerie, and we made a phone call to them to place our order for our system. We had a bunch of questions. They were professional, courteous, and we were completely satisfied with the experience. And it took less than 10 minutes. And like I said, we're within 2 days, our system's being installed.
You're
So
going to
I can-
love it. I
yeah.
can't wait to hear. You're going to have to send me pictures of your camera, all that stuff once it's in.
Well, I can't wait. But again, I can't thank you enough, Joel, for your time to walk everyone through this. And I just think it's an awesome category for us. I love the direction as a company that we're taking. A lot of that has to do with the work that you do for us, being the director of product development. And everything fits beautifully. I mean, I'm really seeing how we can easily share this and get people to take a look at our offers and participate on a level that they couldn't even imagine. It's not going to take me long to have my Vivint smart home paid for. Just like I have free energy, it's not going to be difficult because of a referral network and the interest in my referral network to get this system. It's not going to, and in fact, I think it'll be a matter of just a few weeks.
Yeah.
And then it's covered, so I can't wait.
It's a very exciting category. They're a great partner. We're super excited to be working with them, and I think everybody out there who gets their system now, they'll have a couple months to learn how it works, and they're going to absolutely love it and be raving fans when we go live, and really have no problems finding customers either. So.